how's it going? My name is Nyx and welcome back to another YouTube video where we are doing something a little bit different. This is going to be a collab video with a couple fellow Infinity Nikki content creators, Mirta, Snowfable, Evie something, and Zenny, and myself. We thought it would be fun to kind of have like a group call where we ask each other some questions that we thought up while also designing a new housing ability outfit. So we're each doing a different one. You'll see them all at the end, and it's just more of like a chatty type of video. For me, this video was so fun. I had a great time with everyone. I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it.
Okay, so my first question is, if you could have any creature from Mirrorland IRL, which would it be and why?
So I was looking up my favorite animal not too long ago because I'm really bad with names.
Fair.
If I could have one animal, it would be the shirt cat because it's
Oh, those are very
chunky
cute.
and fluffy, and I just love cats. I have 4.
Mm.
Nice.
I have
I'm jealous.
5. I've
I
got
just
you
want to
beat.
say that.
Oh, you have 5?
I'm jealous again.
I think I'm gonna take the shiny horn cow. Because shiny horn cow. I don't know where I would put a
Ooh.
whole ass bulkhead. I definitely can't fit him in my apartment. But I'm not gonna lie, having the shiny horn cow in front of my apartment in the middle of the city would be kinda cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
For me, I have to go with the animal that I have absolutely fallen in love with, the Dawn Fox. Is it practical? Not at all. Not at all. But I love seeing the Dawn Fox every time I go to collect that mat and spending time with the Dawn Fox. So that's definitely my answer.
I second that, actually. I would pick the Dawn Fox in a moment. Like, it's the only animal that I
Mhm.
always interact with after I'm done collecting the fluff from it. It's just so adorable. It's so cute, and I wish I just could have that in real life.
I like the
Yeah.
idea that at least 3 of us adopted animals that can't fit in our apartments.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, my answer would also be the Dawn Fox. I can't
I
not
also
pick
like
the
the
Dawn
Dawn
Fox.
Fox. I was thinking about that,
Mm.
but then I thought I should do something else.
The Dawn Fox fan club here.
Absolutely.
So my question was, what's your favorite place so far in Mirrorland?
Can I just say my home? Or is that not in Mirrorland?
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
I'd
Just
say
kind of like
also-
more of like your favorite place in the game.
I would. It's weird because at first I wasn't like super into the whole housing island, but by this point I've invested so much effort into it, and I have quite a lot of music tracks that I absolutely do just like chill in here. So I'm like, yeah, I live here now. It is mine. It is what I like.
That's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Mm,
the place that you
definitely.
can craft and make your own is the best answer for that question, actually. I have 2 answers. Prior to this update, I would have said the Swan Gazebo. It's so beautiful. It's the place that I went back to over and over again when I first started playing. Absolutely fell in love with it. But then this update dropped, and the stage in the Sea of Stars, almost 100% of the time when I log out, I'm logging out over there by that stage area, with all the dancing machines and the disco lights and the big wings. I adore what they did with that area.
It is really nice. I really like it too.
I agree.
Nice.
My favorite place currently, I think it's still the same. It has to be the Queen's Hall in Ruins.
Oh,
I just love that feeling, the gothic feeling of it, the dark feeling of it. Like whenever I need to do like a photo shoot for my Nikki and like dress her in like in all gothic clothes, like that's the first place I would go to. And the music is also just very nice in that area. I wish they left it the same way it was during the Timeless Melody banner time. Like it was just perfect. But I get it. Updates come and go. So I think that's my favorite region or like place so far.
Well, I had a favorite place, but it was linked to a specific event, so it doesn't exist anymore. But during the I think it was from the Revelry season, or maybe the one after that. I don't remember. But it was where there was like the big stage kind of in the water, and all the little fairy guys were dancing
Oh yes, I think
there,
Revelry
I remember that.
season.
and all the
Yeah.
lights. were going crazy and there was banging music, that was my favorite spot. Except it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, the beach
Yeah.
still exists, just not the
Yes.
platforms.
Yeah.
So then, what
Mhm.
got you all into Infinity Nikki?
Kind of a weird tangent. I played a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and one of my raid members, because I did hardcore raiding, she was talking all about this new game that was going to come out and about how it was like a fashion game, and she would not stop talking about it, and she kept being like, you got to play with me, you got to play with me, you got to sign up for the beta over and over and over again. And I was like, all right, I will play this game with you. And so I signed up for the beta, and the night that it dropped, the whole static was like fully invested. I streamed it the night that it dropped. And we all watched it, guys included, like all the gamers. They were like watching me play this game because she had hyped it up for months and months in advance. And I streamed it, and I was so obsessed. After that, the first stream, I think it was like a 9-hour stream. I was so obsessed with the game. And then after that, I don't think I have ever not logged on a day after.
Do they still play? By the way, the person that got you into it.
The person.
So they're a higher level than me, but I have not seen them log on in over a month. So I don't.
Oh
I
wow.
don't think so.
I love it when your friends get super excited about something and then disappear, and then you're just
Yeah,
left
they
there
just
alone,
dropped it.
like,
Mhm.
okay.
Well, the nice thing about it is through Infinity Nikki, I have made so many more friends that I've connected with and made so many friendships, and we have so many like interests that navigating through the community of Infinity Nikki has actually been incredibly warm and welcoming for me. So even though she doesn't play so much after all this time, I still have people that I can connect with because of the game, and I'm really thankful for that.
Cute.
Definitely. So for me, how I got into Infinity Nikki, I've always been seeing like ads for it on TikTok. Like even before it released, like they kept marketing the game and like saying, "Oh, it's the first game that's going to be geared towards the women fully," yada yada. Like I kept seeing that, but some way somehow it just never called me in. So I knew the game released, but I did not start the game all the way until version 1.2. And they all happened by surprise, actually. One of my friends was playing the game since launch, and she kept raving about it on her Instagram stories. So I answered to her story. I was like, "Is it really worth the hype?" And she was like, "Yes, it is. Just try it out." And I downloaded it the same night. I started playing, and I never spent one day away from this game. It is just so addicting. I think that's
Yeah,
how I
It
got
is.
into it.
it gets you.
Mhm.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. For me, I've actually been well, okay, so I'm kind of old. I've been obsessed with the Nikki franchise for like over 10 years now at this point. I started playing their games back in middle school on my phone. And they were kind of like my guilty pleasure game because I'm not like the biggest girly girl in the world. So it was just my favorite thing to just vibe, make cute outfits, do cute things. And then, so of course, when I found out Infinity Nikki was coming out, I'm like, I am getting that as soon as it drops, and it's going to be my favorite game of the world. And it is. So yeah.
My question.
How I got into this game is not as spectacular as anyone else's. I just seen it online. I signed up for the closed beta, and I got accepted into the closed beta, and then that's where I've been. I've just been playing ever since.
Nice. Nice.
Well, the fact that you got into the closed beta is still pretty spectacular. I've met
Yeah,
a lot of
Yeah, it
new
absolutely.
players, and
Mm.
and whenever a new player, they're like, "You've been playing since launch," like their eyes bug out, and I'm like, "Okay,
Mm.
it's not been a year. Let's calm down."
Like, for me, I just have such a weird story with it because at one point my husband pointed out at it when it was still an incoming game, and he was like, "Oh, this looks like something that you would like to play." And then I like compartmentalized that in my head, and I was like, I don't have time for another gacha. And then during New Year's, my place got flooded, and we had
Oh
no
no.
electricity for like over a day. And after that, I was like, I need a game that's just gonna kick me out of this like trauma response mode. I need something
Mm.
like nice and cozy
Mm.
to relax to. And then I played Infinity Nikki for like 2 weeks straight. And the most that I stopped logging in on it for was probably 1.5 because it was a bit of a disaster patch. Otherwise, I
Mm.
pretty much probably have a daily play record.
Hey,
Let's
nice.
go. I feel like over time, the Infinity Nikki story has changed a lot, especially for all of us who have been playing since launch. What are your current feelings on the way that Infinity Nikki does their storytelling?
So storytelling wise, I would say I have two distinct opinions. If I'm gonna talk about just like the quote unquote mini patches that we get every month, I feel like the storytelling has been really good on some and has been mid for some. But it could be just personal preference because I'm not really into the very cutesy themes. Like if I was going to talk about the version with enchanted something, the EE version. That one I absolutely did not like. It was very boring for me personally. If I was to look at other versions, I think since version 1.7, storytelling has been really good. Like the story with Sif, and then version 1.8, the story with the Loom and all the Inu, and all of that was amazing. But if I was going to talk about the main story wise, that has been very poor. And especially if we are going to talk about the whole retcon that happened through the introduction of how we even got
Oh,
into Mirrorland. That
don't get me started
still
on
does not,
that.
yeah, that like,
I,
that
fe-
still does not make any sense to me.
I feel like we all
How,
feel the
why,
same.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Definitely.
and like, especially because I joined the game in version 1.2, so like I did witness the original introduction, which made complete sense. But now it makes no sense because I have two accounts that I play on, and it's just something that has not been fixed either. Even though they owned up to their mistake and they were like, yes, we didn't mean for it to happen like that, but still, like, guys, come on. And the fact that it's taking one whole year to update the main quest is, I don't know. I don't play any gacha games except for Infinity Nikki. So I don't know how they do their main quest storytelling. But if this is the norm, it's a bit too much. I just hope they won't dish out too little content in version 2.0 and just be like, okay, there's your main quest and disappear for a whole year. Because I don't think that's going to sit well with the community. And I
It's
think
funny you
that's
bring up.
how, I think that's what I think so far of the storytelling of the game.
It's funny that you bring up other gotchas because Infold's other property, Love and Deep Space. I'm a big Love and Deep Space player, but I don't put it in my content. Love and Deep Space has story updates that happen periodically
Yeah.
throughout the year. So it is interesting their choice to retcon, in my opinion, to retcon the Infinity Nikki introduction and then just like not elaborate.
Yeah. All they say is, we didn't mean to do it. Sorry. That was literally it.
Yeah, and then there's me. Of course, I don't like how they retcon the beginning. It's just annoying, but it's whatever. I also don't really pay attention to the story at all. I got really bad ADHD and I simply cannot sit through all of the dialogue. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure they've worked so hard on the story. I'm not like saying the story is bad or anything. I literally have no opinion on it because I know nothing of it. Um, yeah, that's my take.
For me, I really liked their main story that they did. I really enjoyed it. I don't like the stories like per patches. Like I don't like how there's like always something new. In a way, I like, what's the word? Like when it
Connected
continues.
story?
Yes, I like when it like all connects. But the last couple patches, the story has been like written well. I did enjoy the last like 3 patches, I think. But I wish there was like more continuation between the stories.
Definitely. Definitely.
Can I ask what your favorite part of the main story was?
This might sound really bad, but I really liked the part where Feywish sprites had like the human hostages. Just because.
That's great. Oh my god.
I love
Just
that for you.
because it was just so wild and out there, I just thought it was like you would never expect it. So I just thought it was really
That is
good
true.
that way.
That is
My
true.
favorite bit is how Nikki at that point goes, I've got inspiration for a Wishful Rosa outfit.
Yes.
It's like,
No, literally.
jail cell on your shoe.
That's great.
I do actually, now that you mentioned, I do remember that part because I remember I played it on stream and that was one of the parts that we really paid attention to. And my chat was like, why are they so chill about the fact that they've been in those cages for like 10 years or something? I couldn't remember the time frame.
It was like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Wild.
they spent 15 years there and some of them have died. But they're like, yep, this is just life. We're just
Yeah.
still in these cages now.
This is our life now.
For me, I think the main story, like, it was okay. But then we had patch stories, which until like maybe 1.4, I also thought that they were okay. 1.4 was incredibly, incredibly empty. I loved Long Momo. I have quite a few pictures with him. Then
Long Momo.
Not long.
You were
I had
right.
like that one firefighter sprite that was having PTSD inside
Oh my god.
the friggin' thing. There wasn't
Yes.
much to 1.4. Then 1.5 happened, and honestly, we're stuck in such a weird place where it doesn't quite make sense. Like, I like where they took 1.5 when it comes to 1.8 Dunking Island, because now one of the Nickies, it's like, was it a Nikki or was it a cat that managed to connect with a Nikki? And technically, the Nikki is the god of that world. Like, that was so mind-bending that I liked where they took that, but I'm so weirded out by the fact that our tutorial doesn't connect to our main story now, and I don't actually know
Yes.
where they're taking the multiverse to. Like, it doesn't... It linearly, the story doesn't play well anymore. And in 1.5, I did make a new character, so I have an alt account, which I do stream on now from time to time on YouTube and just do story on it. And I think I named my alt account This Is Stupid because I was playing the new tutorial. And I was like,
Oh my
this
god.
doesn't make any sense with as a tutorial. So I'm like so conflicted because on one hand, it is a gripping premise of the whole multiverse thing, the whole Nikki being a god thing. Like, it's so incredibly wild. But on the other hand, it doesn't flow well with what we had before, and I'm afraid that they're not gonna take this to its full conclusion or not do something very interesting with it. When it comes to 1.6, I think that the story was complete crap in that one. Because, like,
Yeah,
we
same.
just had, like, fairy Nikki, like, save some storybook shit or whatever.
Yeah.
When, like, Nikki is referred to as a little girl by, like, 30-year-old men half the time. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh my
1.7
god.
was really great. 1.8, I loved it. 1.9, I controversially don't quite like the story all that much because I feel like I've beaten up a mentally ill old man. So, like,
Oh my god.
bad because I'm like, why are we dragging the family of the person from the family where like the woman died in the fire? Why are we dragging him with us? Because of course he's gonna have a very bad reaction to this mentally ill man. Why are we shouting at this mentally ill man and then mentally ill man? explodes into emotions and needs to be purified, and I'm like, great, now we're beating up a mentally ill man. And later
Oh
on,
God.
considering that we have a tiny puppet of him, I'm pretty sure he just went and killed himself somewhere off camera. So I was just like,
Oh
this
God.
story, not my favorite, not gonna lie. I am very much
Mm.
wondering where they're gonna take 2.0. I unfortunately don't have very great hopes, because I think that if they took it to the Kingdom of Light, where we have like refugees from, that would be so incredibly interesting. But from what we have heard developers give hints about, I think that we're just gonna go to a magical forest and muck about with like flying blue people again, which is gonna be all
Oh.
physical and magical, but I don't think that it's gonna paint into, on one hand, the multiverse story that we have running, and I also don't think that it's the most interesting parts of where you can take Mirrorland. So I suppose we're gonna see. So for me, the story is like up and down, kind of depending on the patch cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, definitely.
That makes sense. Yeah.
As I've mentioned before, I kind of came over from the Final Fantasy 14 community. So because of that, my viewership across the board, doesn't matter where I am, is 90% male. And that being said, 100% of my interaction with the Infinity Nikki story, I save it for stream. I usually let it play and then I'm talking about something else over the story. But the community that I have, they are very educated now on the Infinity Nikki story, much more than I am. They would tell me over and over again, they would be like, they've got to get better writing. They've got to get better writing. They're like, this could be so cool if they just had like a little bit better writing. Of course, these are story snobs. Like they play tons of RPGs. So gotchas have I think, in my opinion, a little bit different way of telling stories to make you more interested in certain elements. I think that's just how games are written for gotchas. So as I was playing the Infinity Nikki story, I kept telling my chat, I'm like, it's a sweet story. Like, it's not high intense. Chill out. We're enjoying it. But then, as you pay attention to the story, and I'm talking more the main story, there were some really dark themes. And
Yeah, I agree.
I was investigating more and more, and I was like, guys, if we actually would take a second and pay attention, there's a lot of like really dark thing, even in the main story, woven into their narratives. And then it's been a fascinating evolution because my community has gone from essentially not ridiculing, but kind of riffing on the Infinity Nikki story to now being fascinated by the way that the writing has changed, and it does feel more dynamic. It does feel more attention grabbing. I think for us it was the I don't know the season names, but the season with the serpent and the
Oh, yeah.
tears.
1.7.
That one, yeah,
That was
1.7, that
amazing.
really grabbed my chat, and that's when they were like, holy cow, they have really been working on the story. So when we did this recent story patch, and you're right, it did get weird. I will not like take away from that. I also thought it did get weird, but my chat was like much more invested than they ever have been before, and to the point where they're kind of looking forward to me streaming Infinity Nikki's story, so that we can talk about some of the themes and elements, even if they are a little bit darker. Uh, the conversation that we have had a lot in my chat is, I think that Infinity Nikki isn't quite aimed towards a younger, and I mean child audience. I think that Infinity Nikki realizes that
Definitely.
their market is between 25 to 35, if not bigger or smaller than that, right?
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I think that their writers have pivoted in the patches to appeal to that older audience who is actually spending tons of money on the game. And
Mm.
when it comes to 2.0, and this is all opinion, none of this is facts, I believe that it's going to be awkward. I believe it's going to be awkward because they're going to incorporate those same ideas of trying to appeal to an older audience, but it's going to carry some of the baggage of that really weird retcon.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, we might get Orin. and I love him.
Mhm.
I hope we do. I want him back. I have not taken
I
your
want him
pictures with
back.
him. Same. If I knew we would have 10 minutes of screen time with him, I would have just quickly put on my bright outfit and taken good pictures with him. But I had to do it on my
Mhm.
alt account, which has
Mhm.
absolutely no poses, so I cannot get up and personal. Like, come on, give me back my man. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
no.
I feel you.
I have
I
a
went back.
Info.
video
I
about this, but I'm actually wondering how much time we're gonna get with any kind of human NPCs, as I have a feeling that there's audience mismatch. Because if you look at Chinese comments, a lot of Chinese comments will actually say that they don't want other human NPCs around Nikki, because first of all,
Oh.
they see Nikki as their child, so they're like, get away from my
That
daughter.
is
But
true. That is
That's
actually
interesting.
true.
But
Okay.
secondly, they also don't want anyone to outshine her in the story, so they're very angry at fireworks season because Marquez got a significant role.
Oh.
Oh.
You're right about that. But what about the other, the man.com? What is his name?
Giovanni?
TheMan.com. What?
Giovanni?
Like when you think about the men in Infinity Nikki, there's like 3 that you probably think of, right? And he's one
Orange,
of
Oh
them.
yeah.
Giovanni, and then there's the
Mm.
dude with the cool outfit in Stoneville, and I forget his name.
The men.com. Don't look that
Stoneville?
up.
Oh.
Don't look that up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're just casually googling men.com.
That's
.com.
so funny.
I won't be liable for that. Yeah, I do wonder what their philosophy is on it, because I know that the Chinese audiences influence the way that they develop the game a lot more than overseas audiences, and I get the impression that the majority of us are overseas here.
Yes. I
Mhm.
live in China,
And,
but I'm not Chinese.
yeah, I gotcha. So it is interesting how they would handle it, because me, with my little love in deep space little fascination, I'm like, please give me the man. I want the man. But again, we're kind of at the, I wouldn't say the mercy of the Chinese players, Chinese player base at least.
The
But
control.
yeah, what inspires them is really where the game is gonna go. Even though I did review my stream footage, and I didn't know that I did this, but Oren came on stream, and I go, "Oh no, he's hot!" Like,
Valid reaction. Valid reaction. That's the most normal reaction you could have had. Trust me.
oh, we all feel it.
I tried to sniff him. That was my picture.
Ooh, new ability
That's
outfit.
great.
There was like one post that makes my Nikki lean in, and I took a picture, and I'm like, it just looks like she's trying to smell orange.
Sniff.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Honestly understandable. So, what is the one thing that really got you into Infinity Nikki? Like the hook? The thing that was like, okay, I'm staying.
Oh.
Our brain cells are just like leaking here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's late night. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all right.
I don't
Well,
think
you said that you've been playing since the early. What was your first Nikki game?
I think it was Love Nikki.
So what was it that got you into Love Nikki? Was it the advertising?
I don't really know. I think it was just like I said, I wasn't very much a girly girl. I was very much a tomboy growing up, and now I definitely have more masculine or androgynous style when it comes to things. But every once in a while, I was just like, you know what? I really wish I could just be so girly and dress the fuck up. And Nikki was honestly just the game that kind of allowed me to kind of engage in that without having to actually do that in real life, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like the girly vibes, as cute as they are, I feel like they don't necessarily fit with me 100%. So it was just nice to have that kind of outlet to be more creative, more flowy, more girly. And it was just nice. And it still is really nice because there are some outfits in here that I'm like, oh my god, these are so fucking cute. But in real life, absolutely not. Like I could never.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that, because for me, what like hooked me the most was definitely like the dress up and like the clothing. Because I don't have like a certain style. And like growing up as well, I was also like I was like kind of tomboyish because I was like, I'm not like other girls. And like I refused to like anything
I feel
pink.
that.
And now pink is like all I love now. So like I'm really like accepting the more feminine side of stuff, and it's really nice to just like play around with different styles and like colors and clothing, and it's just really nice that way.
You know, it's funny. I grew up playing Barbies, and I would say that recapturing that magic for someone as an adult is kind of difficult because I definitely need something more engaging than your regular paper doll, just like put some clothes on, or the games made for 3-year-olds where that go, oh, go left. To go left, you press the left button. So I don't think that there's a lot of games on PC that target adult women that have a very pronounced element of dressing up and playing with fashion. At the very least, I couldn't find a second game like this. The closest one is Life Makeover, but gacha aspects of Life Makeover are actually even more monetized than it is in Infinity Nikki because like it works more like a mobile game. So story is like gated behind energy, and if you run out of energy, then like sucks to be you, or like buy an energy pack, that sort of thing.
Oh,
So
Mystic Messenger days.
I would say that this game has captured the magic of my childhood that I was looking for while still targeting me as an adult woman that has prominent aspects of dressing up.
Hell yeah.
That's a great answer. 10 out of 10 answer, honestly.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
very relatable too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't want to cut you off. Also, I'm in combat. Hold on, okay, sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, as you were talking, I was doing a little bit of self-reflection, because as I said, it brought up memories of playing Love Nikki, and how Love Nikki was a guilty pleasure. Not to give you the sob story, but I grew up with brothers, and I grew up in a region where being ladylike was incredibly important in my childhood, which meant that video games were not ladylike. And I think that Love Nikki was kind of the first taste I got for freedom in a digital media world. It was the first game, quote unquote, wasn't really like the traditional kind of gaming that I do now. It was the first game that I interacted with that not only I did feel like it was a dirty little secret, like I'm playing a game, oh my god, but also
Literally.
it was made for me, like you said. It was made for my demographic, and it felt so welcoming and warm. And I remember, like, I think the reason why I opened that game, spent $50 right off the bat, and then just left it was because I was just so impressed and so enamored. And I do distinctly remember like taking lots of screenshot on my iPhone 6.
Oh
Maybe?
god.
I don't know. The teeny tiny iPhone. Because when I went to art school and I was studying, I remember I would bring those screenshots up, and even now I'm reflecting on it, and I'm like, oh my god, the Nikki franchise didn't just influence me as a young woman growing up, but also has influenced my art style. I think even you can see elements of it in my VTuber and the things that I love. and the art that I create. And so I think it's really natural, a really natural circle for me to come back to it. Being advanced to my age, I'm talking like I'm 50. I'm not that old, but you know. I think there is. I've talked a lot about how I really love the Infinity Nikki community, and I think we as a community are, one, extremely passionate about the game, but two, we kind of been through it. You know how we know when a community's been through it. We've been through it. Okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
We've been through it, and so there is this sense of camaraderie of like, oh god, we survived that patch. You know what I'm saying?
We survived.
Yes.
It's the trauma bonding.
Not the trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Oh my
but
god.
it's all for the love of it, and I love
Yes.
that my TikTok algorithm is now completely consumed by people's in-game screenshots and their codes. And I saw a TikTok the other day, people making cards that are just like listing all of their outfits and the pieces that they use and their codes along with their outfits. I thought that was a really beautiful and creative idea. And so I think that I'm just really honored to be part of a community where there is that. I'm always amazed by what the players of Infinity Nikki come out with and the kinds of things they put together.
Definitely.
All right, I gotta return to my combat now. Sorry.
What are you fighting?
It was a jump scare. Okay.
It's a jump scare. Not the jump
I
scare.
rounded the corner and there were a whole bunch of little guys there. I didn't know that I was in a challenge, but apparently I'm in a challenge. I got lost, alright?
Oh
I'm figuring it out right now.
And
I
what
think it's
got
my
you
turn.
into the game, Zenny?
I think what really got me to stay and the thing I enjoy most about it is the fact that it's I shouldn't be saying that it's cozy gaming after experiencing all the bosses we had so far. But aside
Oh,
from
God.
that, it is usually very chill, very cozy. I just log in, do my dailies, frolic around, wear pretty clothes that I would never be able to wear in real life. Where can you wear a ball gown and just frolic around next to the sea? That's
Absolutely.
Probably next to
impossible.
the
You can't
sea.
do that. Actually, yeah. And I think just the fact that, so aside from Infinity Nikki, I play quite hardcore games that really fuck with my brain. Like I play League of Legends, I play like other games that are not really for the sanity of your brain. And I feel like whenever I leave Nikki to go there, I feel like I'm going to the trenches. And whenever I leave those games for Nikki, I feel like, I'm enlightened. I am in peace.
No.
Oh my god, why do I put myself through that? And I feel like that kind of contrast is what really made me stay in Nikki. Like if I'm just so pissed off after playing League, I just know it's time to go play Nikki. I just go play Nikki and suddenly I'm so chill. I'm happy as long as I don't have a boss following me around that I need to kill. If I don't have that, I'm in peace. I'm enjoying my game. So I think the fact that it's very different from like the usual games that I play, and that it just allows me and gives me a lot of freedom to be in touch with my femininity and like just be more feminine that way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's it for me.
Wait,
Oh,
okay,
that's
now
so
I'm wondering how the
cute.
fuck I can.
Oh, that is so cute.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god.
Was this like a random arrangement of Myrta was taking pictures in her house? Because nighttime has started as well, and apparently my outfit glows, so I'm like, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cute. I love that. Here it is. There you go. Oh, send. Okay, cool.
Ooh, and that's the
Fish keeping.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cute.
I couldn't find any other gloves, so I did do the regular gloves that came with the outfit, and I just changed the color of them. It was
Aw,
low-key really hard to figure out like what to do for this one, if I'm being honest. I feel like fish keeping is such a specific thing.
I had a hard time when I did my like own fish keeping one, I was like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't even changed that. I don't use the ability. I'm not gonna bother with that one. 100 insights, I just finish it through plants. I'm okay.
Oh
I mean,
my god, that's
you
so
can. It doesn't matter.
cute. Oh my god, you used the cat ears and the tail.
I
was like,
did.
wait, how did you get the dog in there?
I don't know.
Is that part of the thing?
I think
That
so.
is part of the animal keeping.
Mhm.
I unfortunately cannot take pictures unless I'm like actually using the ability, so this is the best picture I can take.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine. That's the same thing I did. It's
What
fine.
I did was literally like look at what I designed and use like one of my templates and then slowly re-put it back together.
That is so cute though. It reminds me of like a freaking cat girl maid outfit.
That
Like
was
fucking
kind of the vibe I was
Nekomata.
going with.
Yeah, it looks
It's really
adorable.
funny because I've actually played all of the Nekopata games on my stream. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's okay. You don't have to know, I promise.
Now you're making me want to go check it out.
It makes me ask, is it one of those games where you sex up for like cat chicks or no?
It is a little. It's a little sexy. Like
A
it's a little
little
sexy in
bit.
Nekopara.
There were definitely some parts in the games that I had to frantically fast forward in because I'm like, I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I wanted to do a grand reveal, very, very streamer of me. So I did a cosplay actually, or tried to. I tried to do for star collecting Celeste from Animal Crossing.
Shut up.
That's so good.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
god. Wait, that's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
agree.
you. I'm
Dude,
really-
what the
I'm really
fuck?
I agree.
every time I'm like, oh yeah, this is such a good cosplay. I go into the lookbook and somebody has something like eons better, and I'm like, oh okay.
No, this is brilliant.
The lookbook humbles
This
me.
is brilliant.
Same.
I don't even look at it if I'm being for real. I can't.
There's a super cute cosplay of Kyrie on there right now, but you have to pull for the pop star 4-star banner like all the way. Like you got to get all the outfits. And I was like,
Oh.
oh, cannot do that. But the Kyrie cosplay is super cute.
It's just one of the million outfits that I chose.
Ooh.
Oh my
It
god.
is just the one that I've been using so far.
Oh, I really like the
That's
one where she's like holding the
cute.
little flower.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the cat pose. Yeah, I love that one. I made a lot of I settled on this one because it's the one I'm currently using.
No, that's really cute. I love it.
I like that she is so serious.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
architect, she gotta be serious.
Super
I don't
professional.
want I don't want the ceiling to just crumble on top of you, which is very likely to happen.
Well, there we have it. We've done all the questions and we've done all the outfits.
That'll be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Everyone's links will be in the description below. Be sure to go show them some love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!